Hello, passionate Celtic FC fans. This is Celtic Central News, your exclusive source for Celtic updates. Before we kick off, we appreciate the incredible support. If you love Celtic, subscribe now, hit like, and let's build this community together. Now, on to the latest news. A warm welcome to new subscribers. Your support is crucial. Hail, hail! The football world is buzzing with whispers and speculation after José Mourinho, the man who has managed giants across Europe, made headlines with his recent comments about Celtic. In a press conference that seemed casual on the surface, Mourinho didn't hold back his admiration for the Scottish club, calling them a serious title contender, and sparking discussions across social media and sports forums. Fans of Celtic immediately seized on the remarks, interpreting them as a form of validation from one of the game's most respected figures, while pundits began analyzing what this could mean for the Premiership this season. Mourinho, known for his tactical nous and sometimes provocative statements, hinted that Celtic's squad balance and recent performances demonstrate a level of consistency and resilience that makes them difficult to overlook. The Portuguese manager's words, while not a formal prediction, carry a weight that few other figures in world football could command, making every phrase dissected by journalists and fans alike. The suggestion that Celtic is a genuine contender has ignited a surge of optimism in Glasgow, with supporters debating lineups, strategies, and the possibility of lifting the trophy once more. It's not just flattery, it's a hint that Celtic is being noticed beyond Scotland. In the aftermath of Mourinho's comments, speculation has grown regarding what his praise might mean for the wider dynamics of Scottish football. Analysts are suggesting that Celtic's recent form, both domestically and in European competitions, has clearly caught the attention of elite football minds, indicating that the Hoops might be more than just local heroes. There's chatter about how this endorsement could impact the players' morale, with several media outlets suggesting that hearing such words from a manager of Mourinho's stature could boost confidence and performance on the pitch. Fans have flooded social media with clips of Mourinho's speech, discussing his exact wording and debating which players might have impressed him the most, from veterans who anchor the defense to attacking talents who've shown glimpses of brilliance. Some insiders are whispering that Mourinho's comments might even affect transfer market dynamics, with scouts and rival clubs now paying closer attention to Celtic's squad composition. The air is thick with anticipation as supporters speculate about whether this recognition could translate into tangible success this season. Conversations over coffee, online threads, and even casual remarks in pubs have all begun to revolve around the idea that Celtic might be entering a period of dominance, with Mourinho's words serving as the catalyst for this renewed optimism. Sources close to the press conference have indicated that Mourinho was particularly impressed with Celtic's ability to combine disciplined defensive structures with fluid attacking transitions, a balance that often eludes many teams at the top level. The whispers around training methodologies, fitness regimens, and managerial decisions within the club have intensified, with insiders suggesting that such factors might be key in the team's title challenge. There's a growing narrative that Mourinho's praise is not random. It's a careful observation of a team that has evolved in style and mentality, capable of challenging for honors consistently. Fans are dissecting previous matches, trying to find the moments that could have led to Mourinho's recognition, from high-intensity pressing to creative link-up play in the final third. Rumors abound that other managers in Europe have also started taking note, and there's speculation that Celtic's profile might rise on the continent as a result. The effect of these murmurs is tangible. Ticket sales, merchandise, and fan engagement all seem to reflect a renewed belief in Celtic's title prospects. Conversations in football cafes and online forums are saturated with hypothetical scenarios, tactical analyses, and the possibility that this season could mark a defining period for the Hoops, all triggered by Mourinho's comments. Mourinho's reputation for reading games and predicting tactical trends has added extra weight to the notion that Celtic might genuinely be a title contender, and this has led to debates among pundits about the competitiveness of the Scottish Premiership. Some argue that the league's unpredictable nature could either amplify or hinder Celtic's chances, while others suggest that a psychological boost from such external recognition could be decisive. Fans are buzzing with excitement, imagining scenarios where Celtic capitalizes on Mourinho's endorsement and converts it into consistent performances week after week. There are also whispers about the reaction within rival clubs, as opponents consider the implications of Celtic being publicly acknowledged as strong title challengers. The speculation isn't limited to fans or media. Bookmakers are reportedly adjusting odds, subtly reflecting the perception shift following Mourinho's praise. Street-level conversations in Glasgow, fan podcasts, and online communities are increasingly dominated by references to Mourinho's comments, with supporters dissecting every nuance and imagining how it might inspire the players on match day. The momentum created by these murmurs seems almost self-sustaining, with anticipation and optimism feeding into one another, suggesting that the ripple effects of a single press conference could shape perceptions of the entire season. Inside Celtic, there's an undercurrent of excitement and cautious optimism, as coaching staff and players navigate the fine line between external praise and internal focus. Rumors indicate that some players have privately acknowledged the significance of Mourinho's comments, seeing them as both a compliment and a challenge to live up to expectations. Conversations around team meetings, training sessions, and locker room dynamics suggest that the endorsement has already begun influencing attitudes, encouraging players to push harder and embrace the belief that they can compete at the highest level. Speculation is rife about which individuals stood out most in Mourinho's eyes, with certain midfielders and attackers being highlighted by fans and pundits alike. Social media chatter has surged, featuring memes, analyses, and replays of key performances that might have earned Mourinho's recognition. The atmosphere surrounding the club seems charged with a mixture of pride and determination, reflecting a belief that external validation can be transformed into on-field success. It's as if the entire ecosystem of Celtic, from players to supporters, has been subtly reshaped by a few carefully chosen words from one of football's most influential figures, and the buzz continues to grow with every passing day. Amidst all the excitement and speculation, there's also a layer of cautious analysis, as experts warn that recognition alone doesn't guarantee success, and the Premiership remains fiercely competitive. Yet, the murmurs surrounding Mourinho's praise have become a cultural moment in Scottish football, a talking point that transcends results or standings. Podcasts, fan forums, and local newspapers are filled with debates about strategy, squad depth, and mental toughness, all framed through the lens of Mourinho's observations. The impact of his comments seems to extend beyond the club itself, influencing perceptions of the league as a whole, highlighting the increasing respect for Celtic style and competitiveness. Supporters are increasingly confident, envisioning scenarios where this season could define an era, and their discussions are now punctuated with references to Mourinho's strategic insights. The ripple effect is undeniable. The rumor mill, amplified by social media, is in overdrive as fans, pundits, and casual observers speculate about the potential consequences of such praise. In essence, a single press conference has ignited a wave of optimism, chatter, and intrigue that now dominates the Scottish football landscape, leaving everyone wondering how Celtic will respond under the gaze of global attention. Speculation around Celtic's title ambitions has intensified after Mourinho's comments, with insiders suggesting that his recognition could influence more than just morale. There are whispers that rival clubs are now taking Celtic more seriously, analyzing their tactical setups and individual players with newfound scrutiny. Pundits have started discussing how the Hoops' defensive organization, combined with creative attacking patterns, may provide them with a competitive edge, and the narrative has shifted from local dominance to a potential European-style mentality. Social media platforms are alive with debates about which fixtures could define the season, which tactical tweaks might prove decisive, and whether the psychological boost of Mourinho's endorsement could translate into consistent performances. Fans are dissecting lineups, previous matches, and even historical trends, searching for patterns that might indicate a breakthrough year. The rumor mill suggests that players themselves are embracing the buzz, using it as fuel for rigorous training sessions and elevated matchday performances. Conversations in pubs, fan podcasts, and online forums are now saturated with references to Mourinho's words, and every victory or impressive display is being framed as validation of his observation. It's a ripple effect that stretches far beyond the club, altering perceptions across the Scottish Premiership and giving Celtic a renewed aura of inevitability that supporters can't stop talking about. Within the club, sources hint at an atmosphere charged with determination, as coaching staff and players quietly discuss the implications of Mourinho's remarks. Some insiders suggest that team meetings have subtly incorporated his words as motivation, reinforcing a belief that external recognition should be converted into tangible results. There's a growing sense that the squad, already confident in their own abilities, now has an additional psychological edge, with murmurs indicating that certain players are stepping up to lead by example both on and off the pitch. Analysts speculate that this renewed belief might manifest in pressing intensity, sharper tactical discipline, and more daring attacking decisions. Fans are abuzz with speculation about which positions might see tactical adjustments, how rotation policies could impact performance, and whether Celtic can sustain a title challenge across a grueling schedule. Conversations online range from casual fan excitement to deep tactical dissections, creating a shared narrative that reinforces the notion of Celtic as serious contenders. The impact of Mourinho's praise has become a cultural phenomenon in Scottish football, with each training session, pre-match talk, and team announcement filtered through the lens of external validation. This rumor-driven optimism is now an integral part of the discourse surrounding Celtic's season, and the chatter only seems to grow louder with each passing week. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. The media frenzy surrounding Mourinho's words has created a unique dynamic, with journalists, bloggers, and pundits eagerly interpreting every hint of Celtic's potential. Rumors suggest that sports networks are planning extensive coverage of the Hoops matches, framing each game as a litmus test for their title credentials. Analysts are theorizing about possible strategic tweaks, debating how the club's midfield might control games, and considering how the defense could handle intense pressure from rivals. Fans are circulating clips of previous performances, highlighting moments they believe justify Mourinho's acclaim, while speculation about player psychology and locker room dynamics continues to intensify. Even bookmakers are reportedly adjusting odds subtly, reflecting the heightened perception of Celtic's competitiveness following his remarks. Street-level chatter in Glasgow and online forums paints a picture of a community electrified by possibility, where every tactical nuance and player contribution is magnified under the weight of expectation. Rumors suggest that players are feeding off the energy, pushing harder in training, and embracing the narrative that they are a team capable of dominating the league. The combination of media attention, social conversation, and internal motivation creates a feedback loop that positions Celtic as both a psychological and tactical contender, reinforcing the idea that Mourinho's endorsement was far from casual. This rumor-driven optimism has woven itself into the fabric of the season, shaping perceptions and expectations alike. Whispers within football circles indicate that Mourinho's recognition has rekindled conversations about the broader significance of Celtic in European football. Some insiders speculate that continental scouts are now scrutinizing the Hoops with renewed interest, searching for emerging talents who could make an impact at higher levels. Analysts are debating whether this external validation could influence transfer strategies, with murmurs hinting that players may now be more motivated to remain at the club amid growing international attention. Fans continue to dissect every public appearance, every tactical adjustment, and every match outcome, all through the lens of Mourinho's words. Social media buzz has become a central force in shaping narratives, with speculation about possible key fixtures, potential turning points, and squad rotations dominating discussions. Conversations at football cafes and pubs are equally alive with debate, where supporters weigh the psychological advantage of external praise against the inherent challenges of sustaining a title challenge. The ripple effect is palpable. Mourinho's commentary has triggered a complex interplay between media narratives, fan expectations, player psychology, and rival analysis. It's a web of rumor and speculation that stretches beyond Celtic, influencing perceptions across Scotland and beyond. The buzz surrounding Celtic's season has reached a fever pitch, blending optimism, tactical curiosity, and the ever-present uncertainty that makes football so compelling. Inside the managerial and coaching structures at Celtic, there are whispers that Mourinho's comments are being used to subtly reinforce strategic objectives and team cohesion. Sources suggest that certain training routines may have been tweaked to emphasize strengths that caught Mourinho's attention, creating a sense of purpose and focus throughout the squad. Analysts speculate that the psychological impact of such praise might manifest in more assertive decision-making during matches, sharper pressing sequences, and a willingness to experiment tactically without fear of failure. Fans are actively engaging with these ideas, debating whether the team can maintain consistency, how injuries or suspensions might affect momentum, and what rival teams might do to counter Celtic's strengths. The rumor mill paints a picture of a club operating at a delicate intersection of confidence, expectation, and strategic awareness, where every nuance matters and every performance is scrutinized through multiple lenses. Conversations online often speculate about which players could emerge as breakout stars under this heightened attention, while historical comparisons are drawn to past seasons when external recognition preceded championship success. This intricate dance of rumor, speculation, and anticipation has effectively made Mourinho's words a catalyst for a broader narrative, one that extends beyond immediate results to encompass cultural, tactical, and psychological dimensions within the club. Hello, fan. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.